Hey guys, it's Megan. This will make video number 60 since I started my YouTube channel, so I think well, it's a good assumption to say by July 1st, I should have 75, at least 75 videos. But by August 1st, I should have close to 100 videos that I am uploading. That gives me a little over a month, almost 2 months to do that. So if I've gone 60 and I haven't even been on YouTube for longer than, say, 30, 45 days, then I believe that I can get 100 videos to you guys by August 1st. If I get to 100 before August 1st, that would be great. Now, just because I've got 60 videos and I can get to 100 doesn't mean anything unless I have more subscribers. And if I'm noticing my numbers start to rise, I know people are watching. If you're watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You can watch them through, Facebook and whatnot. But sometimes the calculation of the numbers to know how many people faithfully watch my videos and how many people might view one or two of them and that be it, I can see the demographics and I can see the breakdowns, and I really just want to get my subscribers up and my viewing up. Now, whenever I go to take my videos from YouTube and I share them on Facebook, it always counts as a view. So I know some of the views that I have are my views, but the majority of them are not my views. Other people are watching my videos, and I thank you for that. Now, being that this is the big 6-0 video, I feel the need to tell you a little bit more about me. I'm going to give you a little bigger glimpse into my life. As you guys know, I am married, and this is my second marriage to a wonderful man. We got married in January, and it's almost mid-June, so February, March, April, May, June. I'm going on 5 months being married to this man. We've been together for 3 years. He is a very hard worker, and he's stubborn. He's very stubborn. Sometimes in order to get certain things done, I have to stay on him, and then I feel bad about it. But I do it for his own good, because if I have to make him accountable for himself, just like he has to make me accountable for myself. Well, when we first got together and we had to combine incomes, I was receiving a small stipend of alimony from my ex-husband. And, hold on, I think my camera battery might have detached itself. Give me a second to plug it in. I'm not going to end this video because I'm still talking to you guys. But, make sure nothing's going to... There we go. Oh. My computer's on a TV stand, and when the TV stand gets stuck, the battery portion comes out of it. I don't know if the video is going to turn dark for you guys, but I'm hoping that it doesn't, and that you guys can see. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. See, I like loose-fitting clothes, and sometimes the reason why I wear the Snuggie is because the shirt that I have underneath of it is so huge that it rides down over my shoulders, and I just think it leaves the perception that there isn't anything under there when there actually is. So, yeah. Alright. So, my husband's stubborn, and in order for me sometimes to get certain things across to him, I have to come across as almost as a nagging, which I never wanted to be that person, but evidently I've turned a little bit into it. But like I said, it's for his own good. There's certain things that you have to stay on top of people about. You know, last night, as an example, he's on an antibiotic because of a dental issue and an upper respiratory infection. I asked him last night, I said, did you take your antibiotic today? His comment was, no, I don't need it. I'm not hurting. I said, you have to take it till it runs out to keep the infection from coming back. It might not hurt now, but if you stop taking it, it's gonna hurt. Oh, I'm fine. I guarantee you, if he completely stops this antibiotic and doesn't take it, within a week, maybe 2, he'll be complaining with the pain again and it hurting him so bad that he can't sleep on it, and all he had to do was take the antibiotic. So I'm going to make it a point that he takes it tonight. If I have to go into his bag, get the pill out and hand it to him, I don't want to have to mommy him because that's not my job. I'm his wife, not his mother. But I'm not above that. Part of my character and my a quality that I possess is that I like to push so that they'll see their potential, they'll know what they're capable of. Now with Jamie, when we first got together, he was doing a night run working at in a warehouse, and he was having to drive, I would say, about an hour and a half every night to almost to the border of our state to meet up with some people from another state, and further north on our state, they would meet up and they would exchange product. I'm not really supposed to say who he works for, so by saying exchange product, it's not a drug deal, it's reputable, everybody uses this stuff, and it's not anything illegal. And I mean, it has to deal with the auto industry, so it's not anything illegal. But they meet up and they exchange products and equipment and supplies, and then he goes and delivers to a couple places. Then he goes back to his warehouse and drops off the van or the truck or whatever he's driving, and then he would, go home after that. And he'd swing by and see me before he went home, and we'd sit up for hours talking, which was nice. And let's see if that's any. Ew, that's bad, washed out. I want to figure out the lighting a little bit better. I might have to get some lamps and play around with it, because sometimes this glow back here is a little, it like washes me out. I feel like I have the floating head. So, and he was content to work a few hours and get a small sum of money. It was, not exactly enough to live off of, but, excuse me, it was a job and it was a paycheck. Well, then he ran into some problems where finances got to be where they were, and he wasn't making that much money, and not being able to afford certain things, certain bills, I guess would start to go, and it got into a situation where it wasn't good. So in that situation, there was a chance that we thought that he possibly could have lost his job. Thank goodness he didn't. But during that time when he didn't, he went from working late nights to not getting off and getting home until, some nights it could have been like 1 o'clock in the morning, possibly 2 o'clock at the latest, and going into work probably about 3 or 5, somewhere around there, to getting up at, 5 o'clock in the morning and catching a bus and riding for 3 hours to commute to his job and walk a mile to a mile and a half from the bus stop to his job, the final bus stop when he gets closest to his job. And then the same thing coming home. So we had to do something about that, because it was just too hard on him. It was too many hours on a bus. It was too many hours, just traveling, and it was exhausting. The wintertime was bad. The summertime was scorching. So, he started realizing that he wanted to learn more about the company that he worked for. So a couple days he started, just started jumping on things, unloading trucks, putting things away, learning some stuff on the computer, taking on more responsibility, and his boss was seeing him. Well, then his boss promoted him. Instead of being part-time, he became full-time, and he's worked his way up. I'm happy to say that now, yes, he might come home stressed out from work, and yes, in a video he did last night, he said it was really hectic at work and everything, but he's still tired. Now he works, I think today he had to go in early, which meant early means he clocks in a little bit, probably around 7 or a little bit earlier. And, doesn't get off until 6. And, most days now, he gets up about 5 or 6, and, he commutes in. He's lucky with the hours that he's working and the time that he gets off, that with the way the bus system runs, that there's occasions where he's not having to take as long to get home. So that works out, and he keeps getting moved up within the company, and they trust him, and he gets the job done, and he's happy. I love that even though he's stressed out with his job, he still has stories to come home and tell me, and he still, in a sense, loves his job. He's sad. He's not unhappy, but he's sad because one of the guys who gave him the opportunity to work the job, who has been so good to us as a couple and to him as a warehouse manager, or he's not a warehouse manager. His title is, it works. I don't understand it completely, but it's okay. But the man who hired him, he took a job working down south and will be leaving at the end of this week. In fact, I think today's the last day that Jamie will be working with him, and he's kind of sad about it because this man was considered a friend, and he was just always someone that he could joke around with and, kind of buddy at work. And sometimes they'd go out after work and, get a meal together at a local restaurant around the place where they work at, and might have a little bit of a get together. And guys after work, I mean, all the people in the warehouse are guys, so boys will be boys, men will be men. They just want to get something to eat, watch a game, just chill out, chit chat, joke around, talk about video games, whatnot. So I mean, I have no problem with that. That never really has bothered me. So it's going to be sad when he's not going to be in that anymore. I mean, they'll still have some of these events, but this guy won't be there anymore because he's taking a job down south. So, he's happy for him because it's a good opportunity, but he's sad at the same time because it's like watching a friend leave. And I know over the years being a military brat that when it's time to PCS, you leave, and when your friends move, they leave, and you have to make new friends. Now, since I've graduated high school and started with MySpace, and then this other app came out that everybody uses now. Well, not everybody, but a good portion of the world uses now, called Facebook. No, this is not an advertisement for Facebook. I am in no way being paid or asked to advertise for them. Facebook came out, and you can find a lot of your old classmates if you remember their names or whatnot, and can, network and talk with them. But over the years, people have changed. I mean, It's inevitable. You're going to change. You're not the same person you might have been at age 7. Excuse me, that you are age 37, which I'm not 37 yet, but what I'm saying is you age as a person in between that, and the people you might have been friends with then, you may not be friends with now. Okay, so, you know I'm a military brat. You know that I'm married to a hard worker, a man that works in a warehouse, and that's a delivery man sometimes. He does a lot of work in the warehouse now, more than he did before, and he's less of a driver and more of a worker, computer, I don't know what you want to call it. So he's doing good with that. Unfortunately, I am not employed. I'm hoping one day, either with my YouTube videos or something else that I can find, and no, I'm not looking for you to email me about some get-rich-quick schemes or these stuffing envelopes from home or this and that, or taking 500 surveys and filling them out, and every survey you might get half a penny or a quarter of a dollar or something, you know. I'm not, that's not a way to get rich quick. That's the way to just, you know, long period of time get paid a small amount. I do sell stuff occasionally online. I have a few things I'm trying to sell now. Nothing too outlandish yet, but I'm looking for a way to make some money, you know, from home or do something. Now, I know you can do YouTube videos where you monetize it, and you have to set it up with an account called AdSense or something. I have applied with them a couple of times. I need to get better content in order to get approved. So at this point, it's something about the traffic and the clicks and all this stuff on their website that adds up, and if you let them put a little ad on the bottom, or it might be an ad that starts at the beginning of your video or whatnot, you're able to make money that way. Well, I mean, I'm not expecting anything like get rich quick or anything, and it'll probably be, you know, a while before I can even do that, but if I get better content and have, you know, different things, I might be able to monetize it, I don't know how you say it, with ads, and they will pay me to let me let them advertise on the front of my page, which, depending on what the ads are, I don't have a problem with that, because a lot of times when I've used something, you just watch, you know, you don't want to, some of the ads you want to watch, other ones you can hit, you know, skip it or whatever, after like 15 seconds, I think it is. So basically, the company has to get in what they want to say mostly within that 15 seconds, or you're not going to ever hear it if you choose to skip the ad. Now, I'm not allowed to click on their ads, and I'm not allowed to ask you to click on their ads, which I would not insinuate click on their ads, but if at some point I ever do, or ever am able to do that, just, you know, keep watching my videos. The ads will just be a way of, you know, possibly bringing in a little bit of income, but I don't know if it is or if it will work or not. I just need to keep going with my ads my videos, in hopes that somebody will see these and say, hey, she's interesting, let's talk to her, or let's interview her, or let's give her some ideas for some topics and see if she'll run with it. I have ideas for some more topics coming up. I'm thinking of talking about I guess safety and dating. You know, how safe is online dating as opposed to dating out in the real world? What kind of things can happen when you date online as opposed to when you meet somebody in person, and safety tactics you should take, things that a lot of people do that even I've done on a date that is safe, and things that you aren't supposed to do that we've maybe all have done that are unsafe. So I'm thinking about doing that in an upcoming video. I'm thinking about talking to you about testing out different products. Like, does it work, or, you know, is it good, or stuff like that. I'm going to do some more picture slideshows. I'm going to try tomorrow. I think I have to drive out to my mother-in-law's house tomorrow. I think that's the plan. And depending on how the weather's going, what I might do is take a bunch of pictures and video along the way and compile it later so you can see maybe the general area where I live in. Of course, I'm not going to show you my address, and I'm not going to, show you everything. And if people have problems with the things that I'm recording, well then, you shouldn't have signs up for your businesses, because odds are it's just going to be something that I drive past. So, yeah. That's what's going on with that, and I do believe that I also may want to do a video on, I'm trying to think. I had a subject in my head, and I can't remember what it was. I don't know. Maybe I might do some cooking videos. I might show you how I compile things or prep things, or maybe I'll do a before and after. I kind of am looking at through the camera, and I'm noticing my gray is kind of going as highlights through the red hair. I don't know if I like that or not, but maybe I'll do a before and after and do a new hair color style or something. I don't want to go to get my hair cut at a salon unless, I like to go to ones that are fairly inexpensive but still know what they're doing. But I had problems. I went before Christmas to get my hair cut before I got married. And I'm a wider person. I'm not a skinny person. Now, you can see in my pictures with me that I'm not a small person, but I had trouble with the chairs because they're not exactly made for wider people. And the place that I went to, it was really hard. It was the first time in a while that I had so much problems in the chair that unless the salon that I go to actually has a wider chair, I'm going to stay away from, the barber shop or the salon, and either find somebody that can cut it out of their house or my house, or learn to do it myself, or just, coloring it isn't that hard to do. It's just, it gets to a certain length and I need to cut it off. So, I just have to research. And skinny people and, average sized people don't have this problem, but when you're larger and sitting in a narrow chair, like if I'm in a wheelchair, like at the hospital, or if I go out somewhere and I can't walk around and they don't have a motor cart, most of the wheelchairs are made for skinnier people. Now, sometimes I can fit in them, but whenever you go to turn the wheels, it burns my hips. And it's not comfortable for me that way. So, I'm not the only one that has this problem. But, right now I'm trying to work on my weight and my diabetes and get my sugars under control and working on losing some weight. And when you lose weight, you go from this to this. So, I'm just, looking for something. I thought about making my 60th video be 60 minutes long, but then I realized a lot of you guys are probably already thinking that I'm being long-winded at 24 minutes. So instead of making this a 60-minute long video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it. I'm going to ask that you share it, like it, subscribe to me, favorite me. I don't know what that means. Send me comments. Send me subject matter, what you would like me to discuss. Now, if there's something that I'm not comfortable with talking about, I will not discuss it. And I may tell you that I won't discuss it, or I may just never bring it up. So, yeah. That's it for now. Maybe what I'll do is compile enough videos today that my 60th video, on the day that I have my 60th video, there's 60 minutes complete of me talking to you guys. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be another video later. I've got enough drama going on with other people's lives, and talking to me about things that I'm sure that I can come up with some stuff. So, yeah. This is it for now. We'll be back on later. MeganShepard81 at gmail.com. Peace.